All right, so our last cymbals in the Meinl brand. To my right is the 20-inch Big Apple traditional ride, and to my left is the 20-inch extra thin hammered Crash, or as Mike Johnston calls it, Thunder Butter. Now, when you first brought these to Marshall, I believe I never actually played on this, but I heard it. So I remember the sound, I don't remember the feel. So this one I'm most excited to play on. So let's give this one a listen. Butter.
It's so well balanced.
Yeah. I like those deep hammer marks in it too. It's really nice. Now this one, I've heard some recordings of it, but I'm not too familiar with this one. So because every time I think of the Big Apple series, I think of the Big Apple Dark. So let's give this one a listen.
This is your cocktail jazz sound.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, and these two don't go together, but separately.
No. Because like this one is just okay. This similar to that one name brand that I've got. It's powerful. Like it's explosive, and that's where the thunder comes from. But it's smooth.
Yeah.
Like because most big crashes when you feel it in the stick in your hand. This one, it's almost like it's not there.
Sure. And I used this extra thin hammered as a punctuation. So I don't own many China cymbals, and something like this would sit in its place.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're going to move on to one last brand of cymbals, a brand that I'm going to be honest, I didn't hear of until this past year, and I've had no experience with, so this is going to be a nice learning experience for me, and obviously I'll have Chris talk about it a little more. So let's move on to those. All right, so we're here with our last set of cymbals, again, sticking in the lathed category. I'm going to go ahead and have Chris talk about these, but before you do, just visually looking at these cymbals, to me, I'm seeing vintage A or K Zildjian vibes. That's what it looks like to me. So go ahead and explain these a little bit.
So these are from Royal Cymbals. This is their cymbal craftsman line. It is comparable to the Zildjian K series. These are made by Paul Francis and Sarah Hagen, both former Zildjian employees who have gone out on their own. This is the 22-inch scratch pass, and this is a 20-inch traditional ride. These are really great traditional cymbals, and additionally, I wanted to support Paul, Sarah, and Royal Cymbals. So I got to meet them when they were in my area for an event, and I had to have these when I heard them. So I hope you enjoy.
So we'll start right here to my left. This is the 20-inch cymbal. Let's give this one a listen.
Such a dynamic cymbal.
Oh yeah.
Like the soft dynamic is so good. And a lot of the other cymbals that we have and that we play, you can't get quiet enough and still have a good cymbal sound. Both of these will give you a pianissimo sound, but still sound like a good ride cymbal.
So we'll move on to my right. This is the 22-inch. You know, just from the sounds, from what I've collected and listening to vintage cymbals, old Ks, old As, I hear that. But at the same time, like, this is what I imagine they felt like.
Sure.
That's nice.
Absolutely.
And it, again, so what I'm feeling here is not as buttery as something that I would prefer, but it's not harsh either on the hands. Like that. It's smooth and a nice articulation, especially in the stick definition, but nice articulation and feel in the hands, and nothing too harsh either. That's nice. Love it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you to Chris for coming out. When it comes to cymbals, I've been on a journey that's obviously not been around as long as you have when it comes to choosing your sound. You've had your sound for quite a while.
True.
And even as we find our sound, we find different elements of it, like we can add this, take this away, and still have something that's ours. And when you're searching for your cymbals, I'm going to take a piece of advice from him that, unfortunately for me, is not as doable, but if you can, when you want to find your cymbal sound, go out and play the cymbals. Go out and physically hear it, because what you've been hearing has been coming from my Zoom H4n Pro hanging right here above me. All right, this is a nice microphone for its price, but at the same time, it's a compressed sound. Like, I have not edited this audio any way, shape, or form. You're hearing it straight from the microphone. And this is what, like, let's just say these cymbals right here, this is what they sound like coming from my Canon 90D, which has a Rode VideoMic Pro on it. All right, you're hearing it from a microphone that is taking the sound in, compressing it to fit on an SD card, and I'm going to plug it into my computer. It's going to get compressed again to get sent over. I'm going to put it through Adobe Premiere, compressed even more, and it's going to be sent out to the internet. You're probably watching this on your iPhone 16 Pro, Max, 40, whatever. You're not getting the full characteristic of these cymbals. Now, for me, because I'm not able to go out and play as often, like, I do sometimes rely on video, but I understand that what I'm listening to is not 100% what I'm going to hear live. For reference, here's that 24-inch Big Apple Darkrite again. Now here's a video of me playing on that from my iPhone. Hear the difference? Now imagine hearing that live. So again, guys, thank you all for tuning in this video. Thank you, Chris. It's been great. And I hope that whatever sound that you find, it's unique to you, and maybe you don't spend an arm and a leg for cymbals. Take care, guys.